Welcome on a cool misty morning here in Thailand, Kampang Phet. It won't be cool for very long. We're forecast for it to be 37 degrees again. So to combat this, these high temperatures, when we still want to grow our vegetables, I've come up with a cross between Hügelkultur and a wicking bed. And take a look at this. This is our old duck pond. An outstanding success. So I'm going to talk you through how I've done it. Super simple, a little bit of effort, and well, we're going to pick this today. So this is the location of our old duck pond. We used to keep about 120 khaki Campbells in the orchard here. The idea was to keep the bugs and pests down to a minimum, which it did to a certain degree, but it also caused severe compaction on the soil as well. And well, for one reason or another, but mainly because we weren't making hardly any money from keeping ducks for eggs, we got rid of them, and we've just been letting the fruit trees take care of themselves, really. You can see I have pruned them about a month and a half ago. Everything's got a real good hacking, but we've got fruit coming on a lot of stuff now, so it's paying dividends. So the reason I came up with this was because the old morning glory was fluorescent yellow in the raised bed area, worse than this, and well, they were more like that really scrawny and yellow. Some haven't recovered, you'll see. And I put it down to too much nitrogen, so I wanted to put them in something that was a little bit more carbon based. So I took a load of organic matter from our deep litter system from where we keep the goats in the rainy season, popped that in the bottom, but it's a little bit too coarse to plant straight into. So then I used our makeshift sieve, which still leaves the compost quite coarse. Unfortunately, it does leave a few of the Gatin seed in, or the morning, not morning glory, that's morning glory, and that's Lucina seed in. Since then, I have used what we've got over here. Just look at this. This is the doing it the traditional Thai way. Not half as productive, and that's been in more than double the time. Okay, where's my sieve? Purchased it off Lazada, 150 baht, and this creates a really fine compost that can be used for a potting mix or even a seed mix. Takes out all the Lucina seed as well. I put a thick layer of that on the top. Didn't put it on thick enough to start with. There was still a little bit of the coarse stuff poking through, so I put another inch or two on there. Compacted everything down, watered it, and then put the fine stuff on top. Watered it again. I previously watered the morning glory and a few of the choice sun plants. This is the choice sun at the front here, just in case I didn't have enough morning glory to plant it out. So everything wet here, everything wet that's going to be transplanted. Popped everything in. I was indeed a little bit short. Watered all those in to get rid of any air pockets around the root systems. Put plenty of mulch around the outside and a light sprinkling in the middle, and that was it. And just been watering it. Well, to start with, once a day, just a light sprinkling, and now every 2 days. It's brilliant, really good. You see, morning glory is going for it. So the idea is now, obviously, to eat the majority of it, but also to take cuttings and propagate that elsewhere. Weed wise, here's what I was looking for. A little bit of Lucina seed come up. It's not a drama. So, I don't know, once every 4 or 5 days, and a little bit of grass. But it's not a lot, really, not compared to elsewhere. Here, a few little dodgy looking mushrooms there. But very surprised how well the choice sun's doing. So happy with that. Let's just do a close-up of the other one. so about half the size, and although it's looking perfectly edible, it doesn't look quite as buff. You can see that this was one that was transplanted about the same time as the ones in the duck pond. Got a bit of celery here that we use, that we eat. We just pick the leaves and then just let them regrow. So Hügelkultur meets wicking bed. When I put the hose on there and fill it up, which is probably, I don't know, once a week, just so I can see it overflowing, it doesn't become waterlogged because there's a few little cracks in there. So within about, I don't know, 2 or 3 days, it's dropped right down again. And I just spray on top, that's all. Really good. It's all right if we're a little bit busy and I forget to water it, sprinkle it for a day. There's no drama, whereas this one's quite needy and everything wilts down very, very quickly. So yeah, I'm not going to go and dig all duck ponds everywhere, but we've got this one. Now this particular bit, when we first moved here, we had to go trying to grow some bullfrogs, not when we put them in the tank over there, but just here, and we put a blue net all the way around here, and we filled this up with water. But again, over time, it wasn't reinforced or anything like that. A few cracks appeared, and water does ebb away. What I've done differently for this one though is use that sieve, and the stuff that is too coarse to go through the sieve, I've just put in here. So it's a lovely mixture of biochar and little bits of carbon, tiny bits of stone, and of course the obligatory leukemia seed. So before I put the fine sieved compost over the top of it, I'll go around and just get rid of these, and then I put the compost on so thick that they don't come through anyway, but because they're a little bit tall, I'll get rid of them now, and then they won't come through. Just smother them. Yeah, and I'm going to bring it up nice and tall, and I don't know what I'm going to put in here. Something that wants to stay moist all the time, I think. So a lovely little success story, which is it's quite a challenge now. The heat. We had about a month and a half where the day temperatures were nice and cool, but yeah, now 37 degrees and predicted to get even hotter. We've got our work cut out, let's say, but the limes are bouncing back brilliantly. We've got limes, lemons. This particular one is our giant lemon tree. We've only got one coming at the moment, but there's been plenty of flowers. It's been lovely. Love the smell of lime flowers. But look how healthy they are. Brilliant. Right, stop it, Lee. Should do fruit trees as another one, because these were in a right state when I hacked them to pieces. So yeah, it's all good.